Today I thought I would do something interesting to celebrate getting this awesome new camera that I'm still dialing in. Please don't judge it too much. I thought I would do a ranking of every aluminum Squid BALIS song. Now we're going to start at my least favorite and work our way up to my most favorite. This ranking is going to be on different things like value, just the flipping experience, and just how much I like the BALIS song personally. There is almost no chance that this list will completely be the same as yours. I like every single BALIS song on this list, actually quite a lot. My lowest on the list, the Swordfish, is still pretty cool. My main complaints with the Swordfish is it's slippery. The balance is a little weird, a little bit off. The sound though, this thing sounds pretty awesome. For something this smooth though, $170 just seems like way too much to me, and for those reasons, I'm out. Next up on our list is going to be the one that was the hardest for me to decide, and that's going to be the Mako. I really like the Mako. As far as budget options, there's something just special about budget BALIS songs. It makes you just, I don't know, they're plain simple, they're great. The Mako is vanilla in every sense of the word, and that's awesome. It's got like the one little thing with these fins that's just super cool, and then it has loads of personality with the blade. The only really bad thing I could say about the Mako is that the blade can sometimes bend when you drop it. If you drop it, hit the blade. I had that happen one time. It was a little weird, and then I just bent it back and fixed it. No tap, no lasting issues. It's fine. The only reason the Mako is not higher on the list is because Squid released a BALIS song recently that is cheaper than the Mako and better. Next up, we've got the famed Nautilus. Now, the Nautilus is great. The only problem with the Nautilus is that they're just so expensive. It's like $250 starting, and for what you get, it just seems like a bit much. I know the machine time on these things has to be kind of wild, but, it's just G10, which isn't my favorite anyway, which I almost put this lower than the Mako. I didn't, just barely put it above the Mako. But it was a close call, and that kind of speaks to how I feel about G10 and how I feel about the price. Also, the tolerances on these things are famous for going bad a lot earlier than they should, and that's a pretty serious problem for a BALIS song this expensive. Now, tap and play comes naturally to all BALIS songs, except Glider for some reason, but for something that costs that much, you'd really just expect it to last longer. I'm honestly excited for what the future of this BALIS song could hold, because there are some glaring improvements that could be made, such as the jimping just going into the G10. That would be an easy improvement that would make a big difference. It's Squid's most expensive trainer, and it's definitely not my favorite. I don't like G10 really either, so there's that. Moving right along, we've got the Squiddy Owl. Now, the Squiddy Owl it's pretty down there. So let me just... No, don't get lost on me. Don't get lost. Come back. I'm here. Okay. I was going to mention that the Nautilus is quiet. It's very quiet. I'll mention that now. It's quiet. There we go. I mentioned it. The Squiddy Owl is also fairly quiet. Not as quiet as the Nautilus, but it's got its quietness as a perk if you like that. Now, Owl is a hardcore baller of a BALIS song, and I'm going to tell you why in exactly 2 words. Amazing grip. Amazing price. 3 words, 1 used twice. Sue me. This is the reason that the Mako is lower on my list than the Nautilus. Because I'm here talking about the grip on it, and I dropped it twice. The grip on this thing is possibly the best of any of Squid's aluminum BALIS songs. It really is super good. The balance it's not my favorite, but I've heard a lot of other people really like it, so there's that. But the price, it's $85. Where do you beat that? You can't. Until the Orion 1.5 came out, you couldn't beat that. The Orion 1.5 did, by the way, beat that, but we'll get to that in another video. Everything about this BALIS song is kind of great. It's got solid tolerances. It's got great personality. Hello! The sound is kind of meh, but otherwise, as far as under 100 BALIS songs go, this one is high up on that list. We're moving right along with only 3 ballad songs left, and this is where you all start to hate me. The Kraken. I love the Kraken Trainer. This baby blue bad boy ballad song blasted my channel off the ground back in April, and I've been flipping it ever since. And April, by the way, was 8 months ago, and that's still the factory tune right there. People get mad at Squid for Loctiting, but when it lasts like that, what can you really say? The build design and quality are highly effective. It's just really awesome. It doesn't really have a lot of personality, though, which I would argue is a good thing. This isn't meant to have a lot of personality. This is the gold standard. The gold standard is not an art piece that some people look at and love and some people look at and hate. The gold standard is an art piece that pretty much everyone enjoys for the most part. It isn't controversial in the least. Everybody loves this ballad song. If you could only have one single aluminum ballad song, it is the one I would recommend. Personally, I would argue that the Kraken is the most popular ballad song in the world, and there's nothing really to change here. Unless you did a reblade that was similar to the Mako, except for with the Kraken that just had tons of personality. That would be the best thing you could possibly do, Squid Industries. Just consider that possibility. It's like a Kraken bursting out of an ocean and tearing down a ship into the depths. That's just... I just open this and just see that right there. No? Okay. Just leave me alone. I'm just coming up with ideas here. Only a teensy tiny inkling above the Kraken is the ballad song in Squid's lineup that started it all. The Squid Trainer. And this is a 3.5. I love the Squid Trainer. It's so much fun. This thing slightly beats out the Kraken just due to my personal preferences. I have a little more fun with it, and that's really all. It's kind of short, grippy. I just like it. The reason I put this above my Kraken is because this is a 3.5. If this was a 4, which I've heard is just better, then I'm pretty sure it would be a slightly larger step above the Kraken there. As it is, this is just a ballad song that I really enjoy. I'll get a V4 eventually when I convince the Squid team that getting rid of the purple dual tone color was the worst mistake they ever made. But until then, I'm happy with that one right there. And finally, my favorite aluminum Squid trainer. This trainer that Squid, you know what I mean. What a silly mistake. By the way, please like and subscribe, and then fight to the death in my comments section about why I'm wrong about what my favorite Squid ballad song is, and why you're right about what your favorite Squid ballad song is. Argue with each other, hate each other, engage. Well, man, I really wanted to bring people together with this channel. Just argue nicely and hate each other nicely and kill each other nicely. Just do that. My favorite Squid Industries trainer and the most underrated and overlooked ballad song of all time, definitely not overstating that at all, is the Triton V2. This thing is just, I love it. It's so unique and it's so much fun. First of all, it sounds the best of any aluminum trainer I have. Just on washers? Am I gonna get a Triton V3 with bushings? Is that gonna happen? But secondly, the grooves on the side, they look amazing. They're so cool. Like, it has such a unique and interesting grip where every side is uniform, and I love that about it. And yeah, it's on washers and not bushings, which means that it got tapped recently, but I still absolutely love it, and it still flips like a dream. Just like a. I have bad dreams sometimes, but yeah, I love this thing. And as far as Squid trainers go, it is on the top of my list. It's just my personal favorite. I'm not even saying it's the best. It's just my favorite, unless we're including a aluminum Kraken live blade. That one takes the cake for me. I just love it. I would recommend it to anybody. It's so good. It's so nice. It sounds even better than the Kraken trainer. It's just a great ballad song. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. I will see you on Don't worry about that. Just... there we go.